Buongiorno amici. Bonjour, good afternoon. My name is Vadim Tsypin. I come from Montreal, Canada, and I have the privilege to serve as the chief arbiter of the Genova 2023 IBCA European Chess Team Championship for the blind and visually impaired. This is a wonderful event organized here in Liguria by the International Blind Chess Association and the local Genova Senza Barriere organizing committee. And before we talk about it, I think it would be interesting for all our viewers to learn how come that people who are blind and visually impaired have their own chess competitions, and how is it possible at all for a blind person to play chess? And it's a great opportunity to introduce the world of bright chess to our sighted brothers and sisters outside. Yes, indeed, chess is the only sport that is fully integrated. Unlike other sports like basketball or sledge hockey or track and field, where disabled persons have their own competitions exclusively and compete in Paralympic Games and Paralympic competitions exclusively. Chess is a mind sport that gives an opportunity for blind and sighted players alike to compete together, side by side. And it's not unusual to see, even in the tournaments of the highest level, a sighted player playing against a blind player. But of course, for integration and full accommodation, there are special tools and special devices and special rules and laws that allow blind and visually impaired people to fully participate in chess life. And it all starts with equipment, of course. Our viewers, I suppose, are very familiar with how the regular, quote-unquote, game of chess is played. It's one chessboard shared by two players. One is with the white, another is with the black. They sit in front of each other. They make moves in turn on the same board. They record their moves on the score sheet, and here it goes. With blind people, it's very different. They have specialized braille equipment, and they use two chessboards for every game. So every player has his special particular chessboard that conforms to the international rules and standards. And the biggest difference is that braille chessboards have special pins and holes so that every piece can be secured to the bottom of the chessboard, and pips on top distinguish black pieces from the white pieces, so that even when the person cannot see at all and relies on touch, by touching the pieces, he would immediately distinguish a black bishop from a white bishop, a black pawn from a white pawn. So this is the basis for a game of bright chess. Then there are special talking clocks that allow players to have instructions by audio. And of course, there is recording equipment for moves, because very often players are not able to use score sheets, even special enlarged score sheets. So they either type in braille or they record their moves by voice. And of course, the international standard is that every move has to be announced. The language codified in the laws of chess for bright chess is German. So after making every move, a player announces it loudly, the piece name in German, the destination square, and whether it's a capture or a move. So the International Bright Chess Association is the supreme body for bright chess. It exists since 1958 and now unifies more than 60 member countries on 4 continents. Unfortunately, congenital diseases and industrial accidents and other types of accidents lead to proliferation of blindness and vision problems in our world. We have millions of people who are blind or visually impaired, and chess, as other sports, are seen as a very important tool of their social integration and inclusion into the wider society. So the role of the IBCA, the International Blind Chess Association, is to work with other stakeholders, its national member countries, with the FIDE, which is the World Chess Federation. We are an affiliated member for several decades, with government and non-government organizations, with private business, to ensure all opportunities for development and productive participation of blind people in the modern world. Italy, which hosts this championship, is on the forefront of leading the way in respecting the rights of the disabled people and providing them with opportunities. Italy was one of the first countries in the world that signed the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Person with Disabilities. It happened in 2007. And since then, the federal government of Italy and the regional governments put a lot of effort in making public spaces accessible and creating a culture that's really welcoming for people with all kinds of disabilities, physically disabled, deaf, mute, and blind. So it's not a surprise, it's not an accident that the beautiful town or city of Genova is hosting this championship. We were very happy at the IBCA when Italy bid on the right to host the European Championship. We were very happy to collaborate with the organizing committee during the preparation, and the welcome that delegations from European countries and the officials, captains, players, accompanying persons had here in Geneva is incomparable. We were met with so much warmth from our Italian friends. I just want to say, grazie amici. We are so thankful to the ASCID, which is Associazione Scacchistica Italiana Dilettantista for the blind people. We are grateful to the Italian Chess Federation, Federazione Scacchistica Italiana, and to all levels of the government that have supported this project. If you look at the beautiful roll-up, the poster, you will see the logos of all the entities that have generously contributed to the success of this project. So, government of Italy, government of Liguria, the mayor of Genova, and other people, they all got together to work with Genova Senza Barriere to prepare this unique experience. And mind you, organizing the tournament for blind people is much harder than organizing even a regular top-level chess event. You have to make sure that everything is accessible. You put special guidelines and ropes everywhere, in the elevators, in the restaurants, in the playing hall especially, so that people can find their way to the checkboard, can travel the aisles. The width of the tables has to be different for accessibility. So Italy, again, is on the forefront of applying the most modern solutions and the best practices. And everyone who is here, and you see all these flags of countries from Bulgaria through Ukraine, which are happy to meet here in Italy and enjoy the welcome. We think there is a lot of potential for future collaboration between the IBCA and Italian ASCID Association, as well as other chess and blind union entities in Italy. We had some inquiries about potential for other events. We'll be very happy to consider any ideas and to make sure that we provide the same type of top-level experience for our players as we had here in Genova. On this note, I would like to thank again the organizing committee, our generous hosts, everyone who was involved in preparing and maintaining this tournament. Thank you so much.